Namaste. I'm Alakananda Ma, Ayurvedic doctor and principal of Alandi Ayurveda Gurukula, a unique apprenticeship style Ayurveda school in Boulder, Colorado. So for the last few weeks, we've been talking on the topic of shopping. Let's go shopping. And today we're going to go beyond the supermarket. And we're going to pop into a couple of ethnic markets to get some things you can't normally get in the supermarket. So first of all, we're going to go to your local Indian market. And if you don't have a local Indian market, you probably have an Oriental market, and they'll very likely have quite a few of these things. So what are we going to pick up at the Indian market? Here's where we're going to get our basmati rice. Sadanand and I actually do favor the royal basmati rice, but you can also find organic basmati rice if you want to. We're also going to pick up a good sized bag of split yellow mung dal. That is also now available in organic as well, but it should be split and yellow so the little green jackets are taken off, and that's what we're going to use to make our khichdi. So you can look at a lot of the nice khichdi recipes that we do have on our website, and you'll use the basmati rice and the split yellow mung dal for that. You can get a little adventurous and pick up some other dals, chana dal, tur dal, and you'll find some great dal recipes again on the website. Then we're going to look at the vegetables that they carry at your Indian market. And we're going to pick up a pound or so of something called karela, bitter gourd, or bitter melon. And that's a vegetable that looks like a crinkly cucumber. And it is, as its name says, bitter. So that's a vegetable that you're going to be cooking by slicing it and taking out the seeds, or else by halving it and stuffing it. You're going to find several great recipes for that vegetable on the website. You're going to find recipes for stuffed bitter gourd and recipes for a Bengali style dal with bitter gourd, and so on. We have a couple of different stuffed bitter gourd recipes, but you want to start to acquire a taste for that bitter gourd because it is one of the best things for keeping your blood sugar balanced. So you want to include that in your regular diet. You're also going to pick up a greenish bottle-shaped vegetable called lauki or bottle gourd. That is very nice in dal. Unless the skin is very thin, you're going to peel it, and you can use it in dal, and you can also make sabji or vegetable dishes from that lauki. Again, great recipes on the website. While you're at it, they probably have some okra as well, because there are recipes both Indian, from all the way from Indian to Cajun, that you can make with the okra. Also, while you're in the in-store, make sure you pick up some spices. This is a great place to get your mustard seeds, brown or black mustard seeds. Great place to get cardamom, black cardamom, and many of the Indian spices that you'll want to use in Ayurvedic recipes. And of course, while you're there, pick up some sundries. There are usually some great Ayurvedic soaps like Chandrika Ayurvedic soap, Mysore sandal soap. We love those soaps, and you can usually get those at the Indian store, and then finally give yourself a treat and pick up some incense. On we go to your local Mediterranean or Middle Eastern market. Well, we talked last time about olive oil, and to try to get the olive oil when it's on sale, because it is $40 a quart in your grocery store. But once you get to your Mediterranean or your Middle Eastern market, you're going to be able to get tins of olive oil from Turkey or Tunisia, we like the Sultan olive oil, and that is going to be about half the price. Sultan olive oil is $20 a quart, as opposed to the price in the grocery store. So we use the really fantastic olive oil from the grocery store for our salads and dipping, and for cooking, we'll use the extra virgin olive oil from the Mediterranean market. You can also get olives here. They should have a nice selection of different kinds of olives, probably feta cheese as well if you like that. Dates. The selection of dates in your supermarket or your grocery store is not that great. There's going to be a lot more variety of dates in your Mediterranean or Middle Eastern market, including stem dates, the dates that are still on the date stem. That is so exciting. And a lot of varieties of dates that are not as sweet as the Mejdul dates that you're often getting from the grocery store. This is the best place to get tahini as well. You're going to need that tahini both to spread on some toast in itself and also to make your dishes like hummus and baba ganoush. And then there are some special spices for your tahini that you're only going to be able to pick up there, and that is sumac to sprinkle on your hummus, and a spice called za'atar. Za'atar actually means thyme, but it's usually a mix with other ingredients like thyme and sesame seeds and so on. So you're going to be able to pick up the za'atar there as well. Have a chat with the proprietor. Let's make friends. Maybe you'll be able to get a treat like some falafel. So that is some things you can pick up beyond the supermarket. Going beyond the supermarket, in fact, is a pretty big topic. So next week, we'll do the podcast on sustenance beyond the supermarket, and that'll be a culmination following these 4 videos on the topic of Let's Go Shopping. So check out that podcast next week. Don't forget to click the like button, tell your friends about the channel. Namaste.